Man, it's about time this thing showed up. So, Ford first announced the new Maverick truck back in June of 2021. And I remember seeing it that first day and thinking it was pretty cool. The two things that really caught my attention is the hybrid powertrain system for good gas mileage and the $20,000 price tag, which both equate to saving money. And I am definitely a bargain person. I'm always looking for coupons and deals and ways to save money. Pretty much my goal always is to invest the least amount for the maximum reward. And that's what I feel like I've been able to accomplish with the Maverick. I placed my order on October 18th, 2021, which I guess from June, I think ordering opened July 1st. So that was July, August, September. So 3.5 months after it was available to order, I placed my order. And I was just debating during that time if I wanted to get it or not. And here we are today. I got it. I put down a $500 deposit, and they told me it would be here in about 3 to 6 months from the time I placed my order. And we definitely know that didn't happen. So I got my hopes set on getting the truck at the latest by April of 2022, which would have been about 6 months from when I placed the order. Fast forward to today, and I was able to pick up my new truck last Thursday. So I've had it for a week now, on February 16th of 2023. So I have waited 1 year and 4 months, or 486 days. Did I mention how long I waited? You know, along the course, I had several friends and family ask, when's the Maverick coming? Like, oh, is it, And it's like, oh, yeah, the order's placed. Good question, I don't know. Let's get it here someday, huh? So, man, what a wait. But, anyways, between COVID and the chip shortage, it was a really long wait with everything that was going on in the market and all that. I had plans to use it all summer last year, and if you check out my other channel, Scott's Mini Campers, I even built a custom truck camper for the Ford Maverick specifically before I even got the truck. It's been a long time coming. Now I do know the options I chose on the Maverick didn't help to speed up my order at all. I chose the Ford Co-Pilot 360 package, which is the blind spot in the mirrors and cross traffic and lane keep assist and other doodads. And I also chose, there's in this console down back here, there's a 400 watt inverter. And so that was just a little add-on that I was excited about. The third option that I chose, and this was definitely a must, was the trailer hitch receiver in the rear, because I plan to pull lightweight trailers. So Co-Pilot 360 package, the power inverter, and the trailer hitch receiver. I mentioned the chip shortage, so obviously getting the Co-Pilot 360 package, there's extra chips that you need in order to have that software. So that slowed things down. And I also found out when I picked up the truck last week, the dealer told me that most likely the trailer hitch receiver was also holding my order up as well. And I wasn't aware of that. But who knows? With fewer options, yeah, I could have got the truck maybe a few months to several months sooner. And I did consider removing the options, like removing the Co-Pilot package, which was the main one that I was thinking was holding up my order. But ultimately I decided against it because I just really wanted those options. I'm buying a brand new truck for the first time ever and something like the co-pilot package really makes it worth getting a new truck. Anyways, that's what I did. I stuck with the 3 options that I chose, and therefore it took a year and 4 months for my order to come in. I also ordered from a smaller dealership versus a larger one. You know, I've heard that sometimes Ford favors larger dealerships over the smaller ones, and I've heard things that contradict that and say otherwise. So who really knows at the end of the day? But I do know that Ford's communication could have been way better, much better, because it was not great in my experience. I definitely felt a lack of communication from Ford. Oh, I made some notes here of what I wanted to share in this video about my order experience for the Ford Maverick. And one thing too here I forgot to mention is that, so this was kind of a blessing in disguise, because I ordered the 22 Ford Maverick XL, which doesn't come standard with cruise control. And so because my order had been delayed for so long, it was converted to a 23 order, which does come standard with cruise control on the XL trim level. So that was a really nice bonus. When choosing between the XL and XLT trim level, the one thing that I was worried about missing out on was the cruise control on the 22. So now I have the 23 and it's got cruise control, so we're good to go. Now for the price of what I paid, I feel like I got a really good deal. I'm someone who's very picky on numbers, and I am always looking for bargain deals. Like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to where the rubber meets the road, I'm definitely checking for all the different fees and everything, and making sure that I'm not overpaying for anything. So ultimately, for the 2023 Ford Maverick Hybrid XL trim level, I paid the higher price for the 23 model, which was $22,195, I think, versus the $19,995 for the 22. But that's okay, because Ford gave me a $2,750 credit. I'm pretty sure it's because my order was delayed so long, and because it was converted to a 23. That actually brought my overall price that I paid down, I think, by like $500 to $700 or something like that. So that was great. And then plus the options that I chose, the co-pilot package I think was like $650, the inverter plug was $150, and the trailer hitch receiver I think was also $150. So I paid the vehicle price, the options I chose, and I also paid the $1,500 destination charge, and then I paid a $299 dock fee from the dealer. But I made sure that there weren't any other add-ons or markups from the dealer, so that was the only thing I paid to the dealer. I know some dealerships, they were requiring that you install like a GPS thing for $2,500 or whatever. I was like, no, I just want the truck. And originally, my dealer did have that on there when I placed the order, but I said, hey, no, I don't want this. Can you take this off? And they said, sure. So I decided to go with them. After all was said and done, after all the fees, I paid just shy of $24,000. And I am thrilled. For a brand new truck that's a hybrid for gas mileage. If you knew me personally, like as a friend and whatnot, you know that gas mileage is really important to me. And so, I mean, that was a huge factor in why I chose this truck to begin with. After all the expenses and fees and credits, it was just shy of $24,000 for a 2023 Ford Maverick. So, now you might be asking, was it worth it? If you're asking me today, yes, most definitely yes, 100%. It was definitely worth it. Asked me a couple months ago, maybe not so much. For what we know today, the past doesn't matter. It's only present and looking for the future of what really matters. Yeah, I'm very glad I stuck with the options that I chose and the price I got ultimately, and for waiting it out. There were many times I was tempted to just go buy an F-150 and cancel my order or flip it once it came, but I held on and stuck with it and finally got the Maverick that I ordered a year and 4 months ago. So yes, it was worth it. However, now Ford definitely could have done a much better job with their communication, because and they could have done a much better job communicating specifically between Ford and all of the dealerships and all of the customers. Like, I don't know, just one little thing that I would have appreciated as a customer is if they sent out like a monthly email once a month to all of the customers, just letting them know that yes, indeed, they do still have my order and I have not been forgotten about. You know, something like that I would have really appreciated. And I mean, how hard is it to set up an automatic email to all the customers? I mean, that seems like it would be so simple. Anyways, that's just one thought, because there were many times while I was waiting that, you know, I didn't hear anything from Ford for a couple months, you know, and it's like, do they still have my order? Like, are they working on it? Like, are they delayed? Great, okay, just let me know, you know? So, man, what a challenge. Something small like that really would have gone a long way. And there's other things they could have done as well. I know Ford couldn't foresee the future market conditions and what the supply chain would hold, and COVID and the shortages and all that. But, I mean, stick with the customer and keep us updated about how things are going. If it's going to take extra time, then let us know. One thing I did find some solace or comfort in is that I discovered Ford's customer service line, and so I would call that phone number constantly. I probably called that phone number like 36 times, just checking on the order status of my Maverick. Oh, and I gotta say one thing that was absolutely annoying. Every time you call in to Ford customer service, they force you to verify your physical address, your email address, your phone number, your name, and then your VIN number every single time. That was getting old quite quickly. Anyways, yeah, Ford could do a better job with the delivery process. So one of the challenges I'm facing now that I have the Maverick is I'm protecting my truck like nobody's business. I'm always scanning intersections. I'm quick to slow down, and I'm careful where I park. Because I have waited such a long time for the Maverick, I have so much time invested that's honestly probably worth a lot more than the money I spent on the truck. And I hope that makes sense, because like, time is truly the most important resource we have. Anyways, I'm not gonna get super into that, but I do feel like I have more invested into this truck with my time than I do with my money. So that being said, the problem I'm facing now is that if I'm in an accident or someone wrecks into my truck, it's over. It's done. Like, even if the insurance kicks in to pay for all of the damage, I'm not out the money, but I can't just walk down to the dealer and buy another one. In fact, you can't even order one right now. Last year in 2022, when they opened orders, the order banks were only open for like 2 weeks, I think, and they had to close it down early because they got way too many orders, and they have back orders that they're still filling. So yeah, I'm protecting the truck like nobody's business, because I do not want anything to happen. That does make it challenging, because I do not want to be one of those people who goes out and buys a truck but is way too scared to actually use it. They don't want to get scratches or get it dirty or get dents on it or whatever. And that's not the issue for me. I bought the truck for a reason, and I'm gonna use it. I fully plan on getting the full value out of the truck. So there is a fine line that I do have to be careful with. I plan on driving extra cautiously, as well as I also plan to use it to its full potential for what I bought it for in the first place. Like, for example, I got all-weather floor mats for the seats, front and back. Something cool, actually, is Ford, when you buy a new vehicle, they give you 42,000 points that you can use for accessories or for service. And so I went on their website, and I was able to get the bed mat for the truck bed. It's basically a rubber floor mat for the truck bed. And then I also got the tailgate liner protection. So it's a piece of plastic that you can bolt onto the tailgate. So with that, I can drop the tailgate and use and do projects off the back of my tailgate and not worry about scratching the paint and having it start rust and all that. And I got that for free. So if you didn't know that and you have a Maverick, go check your Ford Pass rewards points. You should have 42,000, which is the equivalent of $210, and you can redeem them through accessories from Ford. Also, something I was thinking about too, that obviously this gets me excited, but buying a Ford Maverick right now is probably one of the few times that you can buy a brand new vehicle, drive it off the lot, and actually have it appreciate in value versus the typical couple $1,000 depreciation the second you drive it off the lot. You always hear people say, don't go buy a new vehicle because the second you drive off the lot, you've lost a couple thousand just for driving it off the lot. And while that is mostly true in today's economy, the way things have forced prices and demand and everything, it's made it so that because the Ford Maverick is such a highly desirable vehicle, people are willing to pay a few thousand over MSRP just to get the truck, because you can't just go down to the dealership and buy one unless you already have an order that's in process, or you just can't get one unless you're willing to pay a few thousand over MSRP to get one. So that is kind of cool. One of the few times that you can actually buy a brand new vehicle, drive it off the lot, and have it appreciate in value. Man, I've been trying to keep my sunglasses off this whole time so you can see my face, but holy cow, it is really bright out here. I feel like my cheeks are getting sunburnt. I just gotta say, I freaking love this truck. It is so awesome. It's got so many bells and whistles. Also, just for reference, I'm coming from an old 2006 Ford Ranger, 2-door, just your basic beat up work truck, and so coming to something like this, man, this thing is luxury for me. And I don't really care about I don't really care about super high-end type stuff. I just want a vehicle that works, is in good shape. Having it new from the dealer is really nice, because then you know the entire history of the vehicle, where it's been, how it's been used or abused. This truck, I chose the bottom trim level, the XLs. So I got the steel wheels, so it's nothing luxurious at all. What is hitting so hard? I gotta check that. It's probably an ice blob in the back. Yeah, I'm not after super high-end luxury, but I mean, this thing, it's got remote start from your phone, the hybrid system, the lane keep assist, the automatic high beams. It's a very basic interior, but I think it looks great. I personally really like it. It's got some cool shapes in the doors. I love the gear twist knob thing. I think that's pretty cool. It's got the automatic climate control. automatic headlights, cruise control. It's got a nice touch screen. It's got Apple CarPlay. It also has auto brake hold, which I always have on. So when you're driving, you come to a stoplight, you can take your foot off the brake and sit there in traffic until it's time to go. You just press the gas and it takes off. But probably my favorite part about the whole thing is this whole drive, 45.9 miles a gallon. 11.7 miles total, 7.7 miles electric. Yeah, that's just freaking awesome. Really, really cool. Well, I found out what that blob was. That blob sound was. Look at that. That's crazy. I wonder if we could get it all the way out. Alright. Oh shoot. Gotta get some momentum here. There's some. Man, this thing's quiet. This is way quieter than any other vehicle I've had before. Oh, blind spot. Auto brake hold? Are you kidding? I've never had that. And if you've been wondering, this whole video I'm just driving around. I'm just driving around town. I don't have any real destination in mind, but I do enjoy driving this thing, and it gives me something to do while I make this video for you. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you're still waiting to get your Maverick, hang in there. It's worth the wait. Just know I feel you for sure, because I know what it was like to wait that whole year and 4 months. And I also want to, emphasize the fact I am totally well aware that this is completely a first world problem, that it really has no significance in it for an actual crisis or problem or challenge that someone's facing, So I just want to emphasize that. So I fully know, but that being said, you clicked on this video for a reason. I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in this type of content, knowing about how the Ford Maverick process is and what you can expect, and so I've put this video together for you. I hope that makes sense. Thanks again for watching this video. I hope this has helped you understand a little bit more about the Ford Maverick. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'll really help out my channel. Also, check out my other channels if you're interested in campers and solar projects and just cool things like that. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.